This is ABC Southeast.
Well, a new national charity is about to launch. It's called Restored, and it will help survivors of family violence in a very real but often overlooked way. Behind this initiative is dentist and beauty queen, Dr Sonia Sonia. Now, that's not a title that we hear all that often. Good morning, Dr Sonia.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Tell me what your plan is, what your hope is for Restored.
My hope for Restored is genuinely, in a real world, helping people who need help. People who have suffered so much in hands of violence and abuse. And sometimes we don't realize when we call them victims. Victim means sacrificial animal. They're not. They're fighters. They're brave. They're survivors. They have overcome so much, and now all they need is the help to get back into the community. I have been involved with domestic violence and sexual abuse people for over 4 years now, and I have heard every single kind of story. And as a dentist, when they come to me and when we do all these charity work or, rebuild their smiles and things, and I say, you know what, you should brush your teeth in the night and floss your teeth. And they turn around and they say, you know what, Dr. Sonia, when we don't even know if we're going to survive the night, brushing is the last thing on our mind. So
it's a sobering fact, isn't it? That
it is.
And often though, some of the consequences of that violence can very much impact on dental health.
It can, and we see people who have broken teeth, broken jaw, or sometimes they're depressed and they go and they do recreational drugs or soda or all these other, like alcohol, all these which ruin your teeth. And then I'm not saying that they don't look after, but that's not on their priority list. But
absolutely, and there's not a lot of assistance when it comes to help in this area.
No, there is not much. Like our hospital systems, our public systems are so overloaded that sometimes they have to wait even 12 months or 18 months, and even then it's in bits. It's not full care, so you go in just when you have pain. And I think these people are so used to of living in pain. Sometimes even their pain threshold is so high. By the time they come to me, it's like massive swellings or it's gone beyond the, help. It's gone where I can't even save these teeth. And that starts another cycle of, embarrassment, not going into the society. They come and they say, I can't go for job interview with these teeth. I can't even talk to them. I'm so embarrassed.
Yes, it really can have such significant impacts on someone's life. Now, you have, I think it was a really interesting point you made about let's move away from the term victim and talk about survivors instead. Yeah. You yourself have had involvement in this issue, haven't you?
Yes, I have suffered from family violence and sexual abuse as well, and that's where, for 20 years I was quiet because I thought it was some type of taboo. Whenever you talk to people about it, so they go and they say, oh, so you have been a victim. And then I realized, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not. I actually fought back, and there were people who supported me, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those people who actually held my hand at that time. So I'm not a victim. I'm actually a survivor. You can call me literally, I'm a fighter. So I'm braver than you think. So no, don't use the term victim for me. And I think that's one of my quests as well. Don't use the word victim, please.
Now, you've already touched on the impact that happens when perhaps, there are missing teeth or broken teeth in terms of self-esteem, that appearance is important. And I guess that's another area where you have some direct involvement. I believe you are a reigning beauty queen. Tell us about that.
Yes, I am. It was one of my teenage dreams, but when I got involved with with all this charity work, and I realized that when you go into the beauty world where people say, oh, beauty queen, another beauty queen, but one of the requirements to be a winner is to have community service hours. So you have to raise funds, you have to be involved in the community work. Which other job in the interview actually ask you that?
Right.
So that's where it all started. And like there are girls who are 8-year-old raising like above $30,000 for charity. So that's where I got really, really involved with it, and it has been fantastic. I am Mrs. South Pacific. I am Mrs. Global International Community Queen as well. So it is a rewarding stage, and plus, what's a better platform where you can stand up and say, hey, this is what the work we're doing, and this is what the community needs.
Well, congratulations on holding those titles, but also using the platform to promote this new charity. It's in the process of becoming established, called Restored. So, Sonia, are you calling on other dentists? Is that what you're hoping to achieve?
Yes, I have actually already talked to many dentist friends, and trust me, none of the dentists said, oh no, I don't want to do this. Every single day people are joining us. Every single day they're so excited to rebuild these smiles, restore this confidence. And like I'll say above all, restoring them as a person, as a human being, and doing anything to, lend a hand or, establish them back in the community as well. So anyone can join us as a volunteer as well. Lawyers, accountants, anyone can join us, but it's mainly dentists who are joining hands together, and we have raised more than 180,000 worth of free dental services.
Isn't that amazing? And you can see that it's such a simple idea in some ways that it could easily extend across the countryside. How will, I guess, those survivors be able to potentially access those services? Is that all to be sorted out?
Yes, we are doing the website at the moment, and they can actually apply through the website as well. So they can apply through the website. We will be contacting our volunteers, and we will be contacting different organizations who are already helping these victims. I've already been involved with them for the last 4 years. So we will send the word out. It will be in the media as well. So it will be everywhere. You just have to go and ask. And I think sometimes that's saying it's easy, but taking that first step and saying, hey, I need help, is one of the most difficult tasks. But just go and ask. It will be everywhere.
It's fantastic to know that this kind of assistance will soon become available. As you've said, Sonia, sometimes the hardest thing is asking for help. What turned your journey around, your experience of violence? What was it that made you seek the assistance you needed to change your situation?
I clearly remember there were two things. One was, and I did hit the rock bottom where, you think of ending your life as well because you don't want to live like this. And especially family violence, I think it's one of the hardest topics because it is the person who loves you. It is the family who loves you. It is the father who loves you or the husband who loves you. And you can't understand why. Everything was perfect. Then what happened? So I did hit the rock bottom, but then it was mainly that this is not the end. My life is much more valuable than this. And then you come to the terms where you realize that this is not my fault. This is not my mother's fault. So I have to live for myself and I have to live for my family as well to make probably their life better, and we will come out of it. So that hope, that little bit of hope that, people are helping you and you will come out of it and life is actually better at the other end.
That's a really powerful message this morning. Thank you so much for sharing. Good luck with your work on Restored. Thank you for your time this morning, Dr. Sonia.
Thank you very much. You have a great day.